Khumalo and Masemol. No. Not Masemol, the other one who got Sevilla. No, it's Minister Sevilla. Then you've got a National Commissioner working with Khumalo. So there is a power struggle there. Now, we are not interested in those things. We are interested in the truth. As to who belongs to what and what, we don't care. We want the truth to come out. What Mkhwanazi said must be repeated, backed by evidence in the ad hoc committee and in the commission of inquiry. It is now no longer an issue of just talking. Let everyone who has got an issue bring that matter before the committee, and I'm going to sit in that committee of ad hoc committee to investigate these allegations. And you know, if I'm there will not be manga business, because I'm not scared of police or soldiers or anyone, including drug cartels or criminals. I'm not in the pocket of any thug in South Africa. That's why I live a free life. And if I'm lucky, maybe they will elect me the chairperson of that committee so that I can sort out this issue once and for all. If they mean business, they must bring it here so I can chair it. And then you will get to the bottom of these issues. So, I don't think it's aligned necessarily to the ANC conference. I think it's a power struggle that has always been there. Every time there is a new minister in the police, that minister, and those are the mistakes they make. They start aligning with this group or the other group. But the power struggle and tussle for slush fund has always been there in the police, whether there is an ANC conference or not. Because, let's take for instance, the ANC conference is going to be a contest between Mbalula and Paul Mashatini. Both of them have got no hold over any of those factions in the police. None whatsoever. So, if you say Mchunu has got a faction, then you must know Mchunu's faction is Ramaphosa's faction in the police. That's why they said Mchunu went to classify the Pala things and all of that. So, this commission and the committee will not only be limited to what Mkhwanazi said. If there was a cover-up in the Pala, it must be brought forward. Who sealed this information? Who was hiding the information from the people? So that's why we're saying, on top of commission, let's have an ad hoc committee, because the same commissions are going to say Parliament has not played its oversight role. So we are playing our oversight role now. So there is no duplication of duties. But equally, we are a committee that will make the necessary recommendations to the Assembly, and the Assembly will send, if agreed, those recommendations to the President for implementation. Unlike Zondo, who just write and then disappears into the bush. We are not disappearing into the bush. We are here. We're going to send the recommendations to him, and every time he comes here, he will have to account as to what happened to those ad hoc committee recommendations that were sent to you. So it's a very important step in the right direction. So we should not even try to politicize a criminality. It's not political. What's happening in the police is pure criminality. Pure criminality. And we have to deal with that. I mean, DJ Sambodi was killed in a very brutal manner. And knowing police, there's no way they would have taken this much to arrest a person who killed DJ Sambudi. There's that guy who was killed now 2 weeks ago at Ikuruleni. The person is already arrested. So it tells you the people who killed DJ Sambudi are highly connected. Why would the head of the Hawks confirm that he was called, that there are people who are pretending to be the Hawks at a particular venue, and then he unleashes the Hawks to go there? It's not true. Once they are saying there are people who are pretending to be police and they are not, and that information comes to his attention, he must refer it to the police station next to where those thugs are taking chances. For him to start even getting involved, he even knows the address, yet he doesn't have a docket. He has no right to open any docket. And then he says he was not called by Molefe, he was called by a friend of Molefe, and the friend of Molefe does not have a name. He's playing games. If he doesn't give us the name of who called him, he was called by Molefe. Until he give us a name, he was called by Molefe. It's like Kenny Gunen saying he was taking a journalist there. To take a journalist is not a secret operation. Who is that journalist? Who's that journalist? Why would you take a journalist to someone who just came out of prison, who's on bail, as an MMC? Now I'm very happy. You know, I dance even at night. Oh, things are looking good, Shem. We told you these things are criminals. They are nothing else but Mapantiti. He says he doesn't know that guy. He knows that guy. I know that guy. Not from a personal point of view. He's a well-known businessman. Until now, we knew him as a businessman. So, but I don't have a relationship with him like that, where I can call Patrice Motsepe or go to Patrice Motsepe's house or have tea at Patrice Motsepe's house, take my wife to Patrice Motsepe's house. Patrice Motsepe's wife knows my wife. I don't know the guy like that. But for Kenny to behave like that in public office and say he doesn't know that guy, that's a lie. It's a pure lie. And that's how thugs, 26, 28 gangs succeed. They lie. They think they can outsmart everyone. So, and Mashaya, they don't care whether you are convinced or not. They tell their story. It's done. But Kenny's story is not coming together. The head of Hawks, Libya's story is not coming together. That he was not called by Molefe, he was called by a friend. So you can hear this story. An honest man would have said, I was called by Godrich, who said, there are people who pretend to be police at Marshall's house. And that's how I landed there. Because now, once these things are out, you must know, that guy is not a whistleblower. He put you in trouble. Why not saying it? What is the difference between telling us that the name of a person who called you now with telling us that name in the commission of inquiry? What difference does it make? Why do you leave as a trusted senior policeman? Why do you leave the nation hanging? So we need to get to the bottom of this. Because once we get the name of who called the head of Hawks, then we're going to know, oh, this one is linked to this one. Because we need to get this network properly and dismantle it. And we can't dismantle it if police in the process are playing a dishonest role. Minister Mchunu was supposed to be fired. Fired completely. But you know, factions are painful. You know, to belong to a faction, it's the most painful thing as a leader. Cyril and Mchunu are in the same faction. When the allegations are out, Cyril doesn't act. He says, I will act when I come back and do that. You know why? He's giving Mchunu an opportunity for Mchunu to help him by resigning. If Mchunu loved Cyril, he should have resigned and not put Cyril in that difficult position. But he doesn't care. There's no need. These comrades must tell each other the truth. Remzal, take a back seat. We'll work on this thing. Just wait. Help the president. Now the president has to do something that looks like he's doing something when he's doing nothing. He's not doing anything. Mchunu is a minister on leave. There is acting minister Mantash of police. Then there is incoming minister, acting minister of police. 3, as we're sitting here. We have 3 names when we think of police. 3. Kachalia. Kachalia is from the Indian cabal of UDF. Worked with Praveen and them. They now want to recapture power. That's why they are going to that thing of the police. Why would you go and fetch Kachalia? Which track record has demonstrated that Kachalia is the best to deal with crime in South Africa? His first interview just told you we're in trouble. That thing of police is not a lecture room. Things are bad there. It's not a lecture room. So it's not helping us, Cyril, with anything. It's putting us into a deep